Hello, my friends. This week's Parsha is Parshat Yitro, which begins V'yishma Yisro, and Yisro heard. What exactly, or who exactly was Yisro? Before we explain the verse, Yisro was a devout priest of idol worship in Midian. And he eventually changed his ways. He converted to Judaism, and he went on to become the father-in-law of Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, the greatest prophet who ever lived and who ever will live. So he really turned his whole life around. So in this week's Parsha, it starts off by saying that Yisro heard. V'yishma Yisro. Yisro heard. What exactly did he hear? So the verse goes on to say he heard everything that God did for the Jewish people, and that God took the Jewish people out of Egypt. So there's really two parts to that verse, and the commentaries explain that God taking us out of Egypt was the greatest thing of all that Yisro heard about. And everything that God did for the Jewish people, that includes the miracle of the well, and the manna that fell from heaven, as well as the battle with the nation of Amalek. So Yisro heard all these things, changed his whole life around, and came to be with Moshe Rabbeinu and close to Moshe Rabbeinu and the Jewish people. So Rabbi Nachman of Breslov explains the beginning of this verse, V'yishma Yisro, in the following way. That Yisro heard, Rabbi Nachman says that a group of people can attend one lecture, let's say a Torah lecture, and everybody hears something different. Everybody takes away something different. People even can argue about what they heard. They hear different things. We hear different things. And Rabbi Nachman continues, and he cites the Zohar, that Yisro heard what happened to the Jewish people. Surely the entire world heard about what happened to the Jewish people. The entire world heard about this. So what's so special about the Yishma Yisro, and Yisro heard? So the Zohar explains, says Rabbi Nachman, that the way that Yisro heard was special because the words that he heard entered into his ears and filled his entire being, permeated him and saturated him and changed his whole essence. He became like a new person. And that's why the verse and the Torah single him out. V'yishma Yisro. Yisro heard in the deepest, deepest way. And that had a great effect on him in a positive way. So it's my deepest wishes and blessings to all of us, myself and anybody who's watching, that we should be careful when we hear things said. We should listen carefully and let words enter our ears and give them the opportunity to change us for the good so we can become better people. Good Shabbos, good Shabbos.